Jiu-jitsu is one of the oldest Japanese martial arts known to date, and its origin can be traced back over 2,000 years. The samurai warrior class utilized jiu-jitsu's empty hand principles for combat. Traditionally, jiu-jitsu was taught as a self-defense art, believed to be too lethal to ever become a viable sport because of the high risks of injury. For example, how do you apply a wrist lock or arm bar without breaking your opponent's arm? Yet today, with slight modifications, jiu-jitsu has entered a new arena.
I am Professor Wally J., founder of Small Circle Jiu-Jitsu. I met Ernie Boggs in 1988 during the World Championship in Australia. He's the first American to win the World Championship in sports Jiu-Jitsu. Ernie is following my footsteps as far as being innovative by applying techniques that I've seen done traditionally, but never in the sparring phase. The techniques demonstrated by Ernie has been tested and proven in the past tournaments. His technical ability and knowledge of the sport has helped to improve the American team as well as enhance the growth of the sport. When I first met Ernie, I was really impressed. You will be too. To become a winner, stick with the winners.
Now, when facing an opponent, it's very similar to going to a doctor. For example, if you go to a doctor and you have a stomach ache, the person beside you has a headache, the other one's leg is injured, the doctor is going to prescribe something totally different for each one of you. When you're fighting, you got to look at your opponent that way. Each person is an individual. Some people fight from a narrow stance. Some people fight square to me. Some people may fight from a side stance. Now, if you have a boxer, he's going to be from a narrow stance. If you get a traditional karate guy, say someone who's fighting on the point karate circuit, he likes to throw a counter punch. He likes to rely on the reverse punch. When he's in this stance, his strongest technique is going to be that reverse punch. In order to throw his lead leg, he has to shift his weight. In order to throw the rear leg, he has to shift his shoulders. So the only thing that really this stance is good for is a counter strike. Now, when he's in this stance, we're going to attack the base with what we call boot-to-boot sweep. When focusing on your partner, we're not going to look at the shoulders. A lot of people like to train their students to look at the shoulders because they say when the shoulder dips, the person is going to throw the punch. He may dip his shoulder and hit me with a jab. He may dip his shoulder and hit me with a kick. So really, we're not going to watch the shoulders. A lot of people teach, watch the eyes. The eyes will tell you everything. The eyes will also lie to you. If he's watching my eyes and I look at his groin, we send a message. It's a form of pattern interrupt. I send a message, here comes a low technique, bam, and I hit him in the head. So we don't want to watch the eyes. We want to watch center line, this area right here. When I watch that area, I'm focusing there. I can see his feet if he picks it up. I can see his hands. I can see his head movement. I can see little subtle movements if his hands are down. And I'm standing here, move one of your hands. This hand here, I can see that without focusing directly on that weapon. Hands up.